What is going on, everybody? Hey, if you're tuning in, just right off the bat, I'm going to do a tech check. So if you can hear me, you can see me, you can smell me. No, I'm just kidding. Just hear me or see me. Just comment below the word live. So LIVE, just comment live. If you can hear me, see me. I'm just going to check here, make sure we're all dialed in the group. Okay, we're live. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 1 of the Service Legend podcast. This is going to be playlist number 2, which is going to be our client spotlight sessions. And today, folks, I have a real treat for you, okay? I have someone who I call just a friend, who I believe, someone who I look up to. I think is an amazing leader in the concrete coating space. Formerly here, kind of professionally here, like a bio would be Manuel Paz. He's the GM and the founder of Skyline Concrete Coating in Virginia. He is a former painting business owner. He's been a bank manager before that for like 20 years in the mortgage industry. You have an MBA, in business administration.
That's correct. Yes.
And which I didn't realize that, but now again, like I said earlier before we talked on, makes sense, checks out, just quite frankly, just a pure entrepreneur, man. So welcome, pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Ryan. It's an honor. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for being here, for your time and your generosity. So if you guys are live here in the Facebook group, or you're live on one of our channels, comment below, like, share, and comment, because I want to push this feed to more concrete coating and painting companies. That's one of my personal missions, is we really want to grow and elevate these two industries, the concrete coating and the painting space, elevate the industries, provide more resources, get more professional, and really just kind of take the businesses, the industries through a renaissance of professionalism. So without further ado, Manuel, let's just jump right into it here for the listeners. Tell us a little bit about your business, kind of like how long you've been in business, approximate revenue, number of employees, of technicians or crews, salespeople, things like that, the services that you offer, and the markets that you serve.
Sure. We've been in business for 3 years. And right now we have about 22 people in our staff. We started just myself and the one crew, okay, and we grow to have 22 people now. We have 5 crews, and of course an office manager, marketing. We have a telemarketing. We have a whole system that works for the business, Yeah. And we're about to finish this year with, we'll say, about almost $5 million in business. We cover the state of Virginia, Maryland, and the Washington, D.C. area.
That is amazing, man. Congratulations again. I'm telling you, here at Cardinal, we have our 3 crews, and, I'm more focused at Service Legend, right? Where I love serving, our clients and building better, systems and processes on this side. And, but what you've been able to do there is, quite frankly, just amazing, man. Now,
Thank you.
Talk to me a little bit about that, though. What's the team broken up, department wise? So you have production, Brandon Vaughn, who has the coaching program called Conquer. He coined, it's called MAPS, marketing, admin, production, and sales. I think it's really easy to understand. And Brandon, if you're listening, comment below or reach out. But marketing, admin, production, sales. Talk to me about the number of employees, kind of, and how that breaks down within the departments like that.
I'm all about branding. Skyline Concrete Coating. You have to be, I wear this every day. My employees wear their uniforms every single day. Well, it is, first of all, we have an office staff where we have a key personnel, which is an office manager. She does the appointments for the installers. We have you guys that are doing an amazing job with us, for the past 3 years, where you guys get us the lead of the people who are interested in our product. And then we have a telemarketing lady who will do the appointments for our salespeople. Then we have seven 7 people, seven sales people. We have project manager. Okay.
Okay.
We have actually 2 project managers now,
Okay.
because we're getting into the commercial business, and we're getting so busy with both that we need 2 people in order to do the jobs that are coming through.
Wow.
So everybody's important. There's not one person that is not important in our company.
I love that.
Everybody, and I tell everybody in the meetings that we have, listen, guys, everyone in here is very valuable for our business. Okay, there's nobody that is more than the other one. Everybody, the installer, our lady who makes the appointments, KK, she's a great lady. Our office manager, she's so busy creating these appointments for our installers. Alfred, who does the numbers and the strategy for us. Guillermo, who's also just joined us as a project manager. Danielle, our project manager, and also he's in charge of some callbacks that we do have in the industry, that and we have to take care of it. Maintenance of our machines, maintenance on our cars. So it's just a lot of things that comes through with the business, right?
Absolutely. And I like how you've really defined, I think that's what I wanted to kind of chunk down to. You said, you know, you've got all these employees. Well, you know, as well as I do, okay, employees, okay, you have team members, and then you have departments, right? And I really like how you defined the roles. And it, you know, can you talk me through a little bit about like job descriptions, the roles, and kind of how you guys set expectations for each? I mean, right, because you got people that are individually focused on scheduling, on office management work, on project management work, and it's clearly defined. How do you guys work through like the expectations and kind of defining those roles there?
Well, actually, it's not really, well, it is defined. We know exactly what everybody's going to do, but we have a lot of people that wears a lot of hats. Okay. And that's so important to find people that are committed, okay, with the company, with the growth of the company. We have weekly meetings and with our management staff, and then we have every 2 weeks with our sales staff and with our installers. We're always asking, what do you need in order to do your job better? So we're here to help you, you know, and that's key, because at the end, we are responsible for them, as we are responsible for our customers, right? In order for them to do the job that they perform, they need to have the equipment, they need to have the safety measures, they need to have everything. So it's our job to provide that for them.
Yeah, I like how you take that ownership, and your leadership is so you know, just inspiring, you know. Okay, we'll get to some of those things a little bit we'll chunk down on some of those things here, you know, as we go. But let's just kind of go back to the beginning a little bit. I know you owned a painting business before,
right?
And I know right when you hired Service Legend, this was, I think it was in the middle of COVID.
That's right. Yep.
I can't use that word. So let's say in the middle of the thing a couple years back, and
of the Chinese virus.
Yeah. Hey, I'll let you say that. No. So I think you guys were doing maybe 20 grand a month, maybe 15 to 30K, somewhere around there. But like,
right.
And you had a painting business before. You know, obviously you were in banking and you got amazing business experience. But just like, how did you guys get started from that transition point from, okay, I got the painting business, we're thinking about coding, you might hire Service Legend. Talk to me about that point, kind of like how you guys got started with the coding.
Well, I was doing the painting business, and I was, you know, we did about 680,000 our first year in the painting business, which is pretty good.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And
680.
you're not gonna believe this, but I did everything through, you know, Angie's List, and you know, trying to pick up the phone and make the appointments, you know, fighting for the lead, running around the city. And I did it all with just by myself, and then I hired another salespeople. And then it got really big because I had a lot of crews, a lot of jobs at the same time, And in the painting business, it's different than the concrete business because you need
Yeah.
more people to work with, right?
Mm.
And you need more project managers.
Mm.
So it got to a point where it was very, I got tired, man. I got tired. Really. I got tired because
You tired? Come on, I've
well,
never even seen
the
you
thing is,
sleep, man.
the thing is that, uh, with all the respect with the painters, I mean, painters are great professionals,
Yeah.
but, when you have to handle, painters that are, sometimes they don't understand that a company like ours, okay,
Mm-hmm.
we are business people. We're
Yeah.
not two guys in a truck. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is the key, right?
Yeah.
We're always going to provide work for them. Okay.
Mm.
And this is what I do when I talk to my employees when I hire them. Just remember, you're always going to have a job with me. Okay. This is not, when you complete this job, you don't have to think what I'm going to do next week.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have a job with me. This
Yeah.
is what I'm offering you, right? Some people didn't understand that. So instead of taking 4 days for a job, they were taking 6 because they wanted to take advantage of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of, mess up our profits and stuff like that. So,
Right.
and I just could, you cannot be in 4 places at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So when an offer came in for the concrete coating
Mm.
business, I started with a great company, Pentec. I'm sure you
Yeah.
heard of them, right?
Yeah. And before you get into that, sorry to cut you off, Manuel, but how many painters did you guys have working for you that year, roughly there?
It all depends. Every week changed. We had 13 to 15 painters a week. Yeah.
Okay. So it's nothing new about managing people, projects, customers, etc. And then so you got Alfred and kind of transitioned the coding side with him.
Yeah. Well, Alfred came just for when we started. We were about a year ago with Skyline.
Mhm.
So the concrete coating business, I believe it's a little simpler than just the painting business.
Yeah.
Because we only need 2 guys per crew, right?
Yeah.
And I did it. I did the training. I did a lot of garages. Okay.
Yeah.
So I know we can do it in 1 day, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose of our
Yeah.
business. That's how we market. And it sounds very not easy to do, but it made sense for me to make the switch, right? And make the investment, because you have to make an investment. This is not this business is an expensive business. Okay. Even to maintain the business, it is expensive, right? It's much expensive than just painting, right? Because we have to have machinery, we have to have equipment, we have to have an inventory.
Yeah.
Where and the painting business, you just go to Sherwin-Williams and you purchase the paint right there around the corner, right? We cannot do that
Right.
with this company, right?
Yeah.
So it is more complex in that way.
So it sounded more exciting. The
but at the
concrete
same
business
time,
sounded a
it
little more
was
exciting.
easier to manage
Okay.
the people.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's why it made sense for me to make the switch, and we did. And we did it in the middle of the pandemic, and it was in the beginning it was hard. It was we didn't know what was going to happen, but I remember we had a conversation. I said, Ryan, what's going on in the rest of the country? What do you guys? You said everybody's working. I said, well, let's keep on doing it. And that's
I remember that phone call. You called me, and you said, "What should I do? Should I stop advertising?" And I said, you could, and well, this is, I'm gonna mess this up, but I said, you could, but I can guarantee you, all of your competitors are gonna stop marketing. And if you double down and go, and go forward with the marketing, it's a lot like, a lot of clients at Service Legend will say, hey, you know what? It's going to be, well, this was back when we first started. A lot of clients would ask, should I advertise in the winter?
Right.
Hey, I'm used to slowing down. I said, look, double down, because all your competitors are going to slow down. All your competitors are not going to get prepared. And while you are financially responsible during the year, you double down and you win, And whoever can pay more to acquire a customer always wins. And I think that might have been Warren Buffett or what have you. But that's what I remember, kind of that mind frame when we were talking. And talk to us a little bit about that. So you
No,
made
no,
that
it was
decision
it was
to
a
go down.
it was a tough time. I was sick, okay, with COVID,
Yeah,
okay,
I remember
and
that.
during that uncertain times, and then I had one of my sales guys was keep calling me. He said, "Well, I need to work. I need to go to appointments."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, where are you going to go? All the streets are empty. I mean, there's nobody outside." And he said, "I need to work." So that's when I talked to you, and we said, "Okay, let's do it." And then the rest is history, right?
Rest of history. Yeah.
Yeah, and we had actually it was one of my best years during 2020 and 2021, and I love the business. I love what I do. I love the people that I work with, and I love the product that I have.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Well, now you do.
Huh?
Now you love the product, right? And
No,
we can
no,
talk more about that here in a little bit. But
of course, of course, of course. No, listen. Every company is different. Every company has the way, a system, the way they work.
yeah,
And I'm an entrepreneur. Okay. There are two ways you can run the business, right? You can do it yourself, and you can make money with your own crew, and if you're happy with that, that's good.
yeah,
Now, if you're really serious about running the business, right,
mm,
and having many crews, and trying to expand the way I want to expand, um, it's a different story, right?
mm,
And you can't have barriers, right? And there are companies that put barriers. They say, "Hey, no, you can only work in this county and this other county, and that's it."
right.
Uh, hey, I believe in freedom. I love the United States. I love freedom. So, all right, I'm here, and I just want to work where I can,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
no barriers for me.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so we'll talk more in a little bit. I want to ask you more about the product thing and some of the things that you got going on. But who is your guys' ideal customer and kind of like the target market? Could you talk about that a little bit, whether it's a demo, just like, if you guys have defined kind of an avatar for yourself, like talk to us a little bit about that.
Okay. Our ideal customer is middle class Americans. Okay. Um, People who love their houses. They want to make an improvement in their garages, right? We do have some high-end customers. Yes, we do. But I'm going to be honest with you. In this area, there's a lot of high-end customers. Okay,
Yeah.
there are a lot of really expensive neighborhoods. But for some reason, we do advertise. Our advertising goes through those markets.
Yeah.
But the people who really are interested in our product is middle class. People
like
that
more
are making.
daily, weekly
I mean,
customers.
hey, those people love to have an improvement in their house.
Hmm.
Those people love to have an extra room in their house. Those
Hmm.
people want to have the space where the kids can play, right? So I have an anecdote that I was talking to this guy who had I had a contract with this gentleman in McLean, Virginia, which is one of the most expensive areas in the Washington D.C. area. I mean, this guy, we did 240 windows we fixed, right? 240 windows, and we fixed 40 doors, right? I mean, it's a huge house, right?
Wow.
And I was just beginning with the product with Skyline, and I had my brochure, and I sat down there on the kitchen table and said, "Listen, my pitch, right? This would be great. Your garage will, you'll have another room in the house." He said, "Like, I need another room."
I love that. Added square footage and that, like, I love that.
Right.
Man.
And I just laughed and I said, "Sorry, the wrong pitch for you." What do you, but it happens, right?
Did you earn
He's
that
like,
guy's
"I need
business?
another room." You're right. You don't need another
Did you
room.
sell that one?
Huh?
Did you sell that one?
No, I didn't actually. No, I
Oh,
didn't.
man.
No. But
Well, you closed a lot more, so who cares, right? So
I mean, I saw the big job, of
yeah,
the windows and stuff like that. I couldn't sell the garage floor. But listen, our customer is the everyday American that wants to improve their home.
keep
Their
up with the Joneses. You know what? The same thing for us here at Cardinal, and I think a lot of companies that are transitioning into coatings, whether you're a painting company adding coating as a division, whether you're working for a company and you're starting your own business, as a coating business, starting your own painting business here. I think a common misconception is trying to go after. Well, I want to go after millionaires. I
No,
want to
no,
go
you're
after the
right,
biggest
right. No,
homes,
no,
and
no, no,
you
no,
get,
no.
it's not going to be your what do you call it? Your
Your
bread
niche
and butter,
market.
right? It's not going to be your bread
It's
and
not
butter.
your bread and butter. Not at all. Not at all. And you know what? Believe it or not, those customers are the ones who are going to hit you more
Hmm.
for a lower price.
Yeah,
That's why they have money, man. Right?
it's so true, man. It is so true.
Yeah.
So what is your guys' like unique selling propositions? Like how do you like position yourself in the eyes of the customer? I mean, obviously you guys have made the right decision and hired Service Legend. No, I'm just kidding. But like outside of that, like how do you guys position yourselves, whether it's online, offline marketing, and kind of like your unique selling propositions?
Well, our people are well trained. Well, listen, we had people call us and tell us that, listen, we never seen such a we never had such a customer experience like yours. Okay,
Hmm.
from the beginning, from the connection with Service Legend to the initial phone call to the emails that go out presenting our product to the appointments to the presentation of the one-on-one presentation of our people,
Right.
and then of course and then the follow-ups in order to do the installation,
Hmm.
the way our installers behave, and they
Hmm.
present themselves, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
So the whole I can say the whole experience of customer service, okay, and I'll say one of the most important things, of course, is the final product, okay.
Yeah.
For us, quality control is key, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Our guys have to have quality control before they leave the job site, and they know how to do it. And our product's amazing. I'm just so excited about our product.
Could you talk a little bit, Manuel, about the quality control? Like, there's a lot of concrete coating owner operators, small businesses that are in the group that are just joining, and more will be joining because we think that our group's going to go into the thousands here over the next before the end of the year. I want this group to literally be like 5,000, which that's not going to be attainable. Maybe like 3,000 concrete
Mhm.
coating and painting business owners in the group, really masterminding together. And for all of them, like I know, we've got like control forms that we have sign off. Could you talk a little bit about that? Like, is there anything specific, any gems there that you guys could drop there on what you guys do for quality control before like leaving the job?
Well, it starts with the training
Yeah.
with our guys.
Yeah.
It starts with the training for quality control. We do it two ways. Okay, we do it one, when we finish the job. Okay, we have the lead installer do the walkthrough.
Hmm.
Okay, before he takes the pictures. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
he makes sure that everything is done right. The
Hmm.
area is clean. All right, uh, and then we also do now a quality control where we go afterwards, a day
Hmm.
after, and we do a walkthrough with the client.
Oh, really?
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Okay,
amazing.
and so
Is
that
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 you
is
doing that?
yes, yes. So that is something very important. Okay,
Yeah.
for us. All right. Um, in that way, we try to minimize our callbacks.
Hmm.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
key. Okay, listen. as a painter and doing concrete coating, these guys are looking at, the floor with the flakes, the same color. So sometimes, it's not their fault of, they will leave something out, right?
Yeah.
And of course, but the customer will see you next day, right? So we need to go in and do the touch up, and we can do that, right? But we try to minimize that. And of course, our motto with our people is we always come back.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, we repeat, we're not two guys in a truck. We're a
Yeah.
company. Okay.
Yeah.
We're full insured, and with all the licenses, we do everything. So we're ready to go.
Yeah. So you set that standard, and it sounds like you really, the lead technicians at Skyline take a lot of ownership in the project. And actually, so like we do this, like, so here at Cardinal, here's one of our brochures. And part of our, core values for those that are live, you can see, one of our core values is extreme ownership, and I like what you said here, because really what that is to me is, your lead technicians, well, number one, you and your leadership team are taking extreme ownership of pouring into the technicians for training, all that, right?
Of course.
Is that where it starts right there?
Right. I mean, Danielle, who was my project manager, he's become an expert doing concrete coating. All right.
Awesome.
And he does some amazing work. But he also trains real well to these people. I mean, to the new guys, and we make sure that before they go out on their own as a crew, they have to do at least 7 to 8 garages
before they touch a customer's project.
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's
amazing, man. One thing I want to highlight too is, ever since I met you, whenever I give you a compliment, what have you, you always defer to one of your team members. You're like, oh, no. This person's amazing. So I just want to highlight that. That's really cool, because
listen, without them, I mean, there's no way we can do this by ourselves, and I just cannot take the whole credit myself. Yeah. There's no way, first the Lord, right? And then the rest, right? Yeah. But my team members definitely are key players in what the company does, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. That's amazing, man. And then what type of marketing do you guys do? Like, what's your guys' marketing mix? I mean, obviously with Service Legend, you are in our mastery program, and then even then some. So, obviously you can talk about the mastery program and kind of what you get as deliverables there. But what do you do outside of Service Legend? Offline marketing, TV, radio, billboards. Just kind of give me that marketing mix that you guys get into.
Well, you want to be honest? Just you.
Just us. Just Service Legend.
Just Service Legend.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So now
you guys do an amazing job. Yes. I mean, we thought about doing doing some radio or TV, in the future, to complement that. But right now, the way you guys have a structure your marketing, the campaigns that you guys run for us, are amazing. So
thank you.
I'm
now, you're not just saying that, right? For the viewers, like
no.
Okay,
No.
all right.
This
so
is just
sure,
true.
There's a lot of people.
I mean, listen, I run my business, and actually, that's why you're my friend. I hope we never come apart. But listen, I trust the way you do business because you're an honest person. Okay. Before I got involved with Service Legend, and especially with you, Ryan, I went through a couple of people. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I lost a lot of money. Okay. So it took me around $15,000 to get to you. Okay. Wow. And I lost that money. All right. The leads were not right. They were not done correctly. You guys have down to earth. I mean, everything is what you do is exactly the way it's supposed to. And I'm grateful for that. I mean, I think we've done a great partnership,
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's been amazing to work with you. And I know our leadership team at Service Legend, our account management team, even our fulfillment team, they love working with Skyline. And, Now, do you guys do any offline marketing like wrap trailers?
Well, we do. We
Like
do. We
websites?
have
Talk to me about
our
that.
trailers are wrapped.
Okay.
We do a lot of door hangers. Okay, we have
Oh,
door
really?
hangers, and we try to market whenever we're installing a a job. We try to market, around the neighborhood with our door hangers. Um, we had some luck with that, but there's nothing like you know the ads that we do with you, right?
Yeah. So it sounds like you kind of really spend a lot of the marketing budget with Service Legend Online, SEO, Google My Business. Well, now it's Google Business Profile. You've got your Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram, things like that. And then you
Right.
got wrap vehicles, door hangers, things like that, which is awesome. How do the door hangers do for you guys? You guys get calls from those?
Yeah, we had some calls from the neighbors, um,
That's
and
cool. It's good branding out there, kind of
well, yeah,
locally.
well, I mean, also, you have to have your shirts. I mean, the guys have to be in uniform, and my salespeople also, they are well trained. That they are with the business cards all the time.
Mhm,
They keep talking to people. Okay,
mhm.
wherever they go, they talk about Skyline, right? And they're making great money, good money, and I always tell them, I just love these guys because they eat breakfast thinking Skyline, they'll have lunch thinking Skyline, dinner, they go to sleep thinking about Skyline because they're making good money.
Yeah,
And now that we're getting into the commercial side, the projects are amazing. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Before I got into the residential space, because I was a sales and marketing manager for a concrete coating company in Arizona. It was,
That's
or
right.
sorry, in California, as a painting company as well. And before I got into that space, I was actually a commercial estimator. And I used to bid big, 500,000 square feet of Amazon, FedEx,
Right,
you name
right,
it,
right,
field
right.
concrete, and
We,
that's
we
where I
have
got the
actually
technical
this
experience.
morning, we're going to do a solar panel manufacturer.
No way, that's cool, man.
53,000 square feet. Yeah, I just came back from there this
Wow.
morning. It's going to be the biggest job we ever done.
How big is that one?
53,000. Yeah.
Square feet?
Yep. Yeah.
What's that
53,000.
one? What are you going to bid that one for?
Actually, it's going to be bid for almost 200,000. Yeah. Yeah.
US dollars
I think so.
or Canadian? That's a little inside joke there, but okay. And like, what do you guys think drives the most leads? Is it the phone calls from like the organic SEO, things like that, Google ads, Facebook ads? Like what seems to be the best, for you guys there?
Facebook ads.
Facebook ads, yeah,
Yep.
same here.
Yep. Facebook
Yeah,
ads.
as long as there's a lot of talk about Facebook ads in the industry, and Instagram, TikTok, you name it. And usually, what we found with the Facebook leads, or just kind of like those types of opportunities, is you got to have that lead conversion dialed in. You got to have the follow up dialed in. You got to have the pipeline and the automations. I mean, there's a lot of variables that go into it, right? But once you get
Listen,
those dialed in,
you
right?
you you have to have that person that represents the company with the first phone call.
Hmm.
Key. That's key. How that person represents Skyline or any company. Um, and then from that initial phone call, I think just the magic starts. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that's
and
awesome.
and everything just falls in place, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome, man. So what marketing efforts have you stopped using in the past due to lack of performance? I mean, obviously you mentioned two marketing companies. We won't mention those
Mhm.
those people at all. But like in terms of platforms, like is there anything that
Oh
you've done
well,
that
well,
just
the magazines,
the home shows or the home magazines?
the home magazines,
Yeah, yeah.
they didn't work. I did a home show. We did the home show here in Virginia 2 years ago. Um, you really gotta know how to work the home shows. Okay, we
Yeah.
had a great stand. Um, we got quite a few leads, but I wasn't really prepared because you have to be prepared. You just cannot be by yourself. You have to have a couple of people there because you got to take there's a lot of people that comes at the same time, and you got to take names and try to get the appointment. Everybody's asking for price and price and price and price and price. So
Yeah. And they have their kids with them, and they're like, "Come on, right?" It's like,
right. And so we got quite a few. We got some jobs. Excuse me. We got some jobs out of that, but no. I don't think it will work for me anymore. No.
So you think the worst one was the home magazine's probably one of the worst?
Yeah. Home magazines for me was the worst.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any special initiatives to attract online reviews? Just switching gears here to kind of to reviews. For me, I feel like getting 5-star reviews. Mainly, you've got to get them on your Google business profile, formerly Google My Business. That's going to drive the most, kind of ranking opportunities. But obviously, you want to syndicate those reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have anything special that you guys do to get 5-star reviews, or just?
Well, we had a platform with you where we had we could send an email for a review. Okay. But now our guys are trained that they I mean, I cannot say if we do good, because we always do a good job, but when we have that connection with the customer, we go for the review for sure.
Yeah. In person there, or like
in person.
Is that the lead technician there?
In person. Yes,
it's the best in person, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's just right there. When you have that connection,
Yeah. Do you guys go through training? Like my mentor, or one of my mentors, Tommy Mello, he's right here 5 minutes from me. And one thing he always talks about is, just being intentional with those reviews. But he always, they have a full training program there, and they literally teach their people tonality, eye contact, how to smell good, how to feel good, all these different things. And do you guys do anything like that?
Well, yeah. I mean, we know that there's not a second chance for the first impression, right?
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, the way you present yourself, right? Is that correct? So we always tell our guys that they have to, just our appearance is very important, right? And the way we present ourselves, we have to, product knowledge is key. You have to have product knowledge. Okay, we are the experts. When we come into the house, we are the experts, right? So we have to have that attitude. Okay, we know about this business, right? We have to have the right tools or samples or measurement, and just be prepared, right? And if there's something, they all know this. If there's something they cannot answer, they can pick up the phone and call me anytime.
Love that.
All right. And if they can't find me, they can find Alfred. All right.
Yeah.
And we prepare in order to negotiate or talk about different a different product or something like that, what we can do. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Okay. Talk to me a little bit about how you guys are using social media in the business. Do you guys do anything specific at all, like with social media, is getting active, like with the organic side, content production? Are you guys thinking about any of that right now?
Well, we're doing the Google ACO, right?
Yeah.
And we do Google Ads, and we take so many pictures for our jobs, okay, that we try to feed our Facebook with the new pictures, right?
Yeah.
That's so important. You have to have great pictures, and you have to teach your installers to take good pictures. Okay. Most of these guys, they don't know how to do it, but
so they don't get to Skyline and their photographers. Is that what you're saying?
No, they're not. But you got to see our pictures. Now they are photographers. Okay. You got to see our pictures, because we tell them exactly from which angle they got to take the picture, and they do it, and we receive pictures every day after they're finished their job. They'll send us a before and after picture. Yeah.
It's amazing. Okay. So you guys take a big initiative there, which is amazing. What what type of follow-up do you guys have in place for marketing, like for existing, whether it's, prospects, if they don't close, do you guys have processes for unsold estimates or
Yes,
cold
yes, we
leads, things
have
like that?
a platform that we use. And if, you know, in 10 days, if our 15 days, I think, our guys don't make the sale, they'll come back to us and we'll market again.
I love that.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Like a rehash type of
It's a
situation.
rehash, exactly. It's a
Yeah.
rehash.
Yeah. Okay.
And
That's
it's
good.
an automated rehash that we have, and it runs really smooth, really
How do
nice.
you get, so talk to me a little bit about that, because I'm telling you, I hear so often this not being done, and when I look at, A1 Garage, when I look at all these, companies of my mentors, my coaches up there, I'm like, man, they're doing these things, right? 8 and 9 figure companies, they get reviews, referrals, and repeat business out of as many customers as possible. And it sounds like that's something that you focus on too.
Yeah,
Just kind of
well, we get some referrals, but we definitely do follow up. And
yeah,
whatever, we have probably more than 4,000 names, 4,000 people that we didn't close, right? In the past years, because we have so many appointments. But uh, doesn't mean that they won't buy it 3 months from now or 6 months
right,
from now, right?
right,
So we definitely have campaigns that run with the text and messages, and just we hit them, every
yeah.
now and then, and people come back and say, hey, we're ready to go now,
Yeah,
and we
I
do it.
love that, man. I
Right.
love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because the follow up is not just in following up with, cold leads or unsold estimate, but it's following up with your client base for
Of course. I mean,
reviews
that's,
and all those things.
listen, the value of a company basically is that client base, that's
Yeah,
that's the way I see it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Love that, man.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys do anything special on like, this is a very specific question, but like on production day, so like tomorrow morning before you guys go do jobs, is there anything special that you guys do on production day that directly impacts raving fans? Like, is there anything just special that you guys do strategically that's like, hey, um, here's what we're gonna do, and this core thing is the reason why we're gonna achieve a raving fan. Like, do you guys talk about that at all? Like at the beginning of the day?
Well, you know, I always try to have incentives for my guys.
Yeah.
Uh, we have some games in our warehouse, right? And
Really? Okay.
yeah, so and whoever wins, it's $100 for you, $200, something like that, right?
That's
That's for
cool.
our salespeople and for our installers. So we get it motivated, right? Uh, it's not just all about work, we
I like
have a
that.
lot of we celebrate every birthday. Okay, that's something we do. Okay, we celebrate, we just, when we bring a cake, we sing the birthday for everybody, because everybody's important. Okay, and we we make them feel important because they are important for our company. All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
and for us, that is just, this is a family, right? That's the way we run the business. This is a family, right?
Yeah. So you create raving employees, which those raving employees help create raving fans. It sounds
Of
like that's kind of
course,
your
of
methodology.
course. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Love that, man. So I'm going to transition here a little bit into some operations here. So, like, how do you guys hire, interview, and train? Like, is there do you guys have all this documented hiring templates, interview questions, tech training, sales training? Talk me through kind of that, because it's like, it seems like, in order to get from, let's say, 3 million a year to 5, or 5 million to 8, 8 to 10, kind of, there's these, like, it's all about scaling team,
Hmm. Hmm.
and processes. Talk to me a little bit about your guys' thing there.
Well, what we do is, with the installers, I leave that to my project manager. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Sometimes if there's a doubt, I'll have the final interview. But what is the salespeople, and of course any other internal work within the office, I will interview. Okay.
Mhm.
So those positions are really separated, because whoever is going to work with installers in a daily basis is the project manager, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he needs to interview them. Okay, he needs to know exactly everything about their experience, right?
Yeah.
And I do that with the salespeople. Yep. So that's how we divide our functions with our different job. Uh, uh, how we call this,
Like roles or something like that.
roles, right? Exactly. So because listen, I mean, if we wear many hats, as I told you, I used to wear many hats. Okay, I used to hire, I used to do floors, I used to sell, I used to do accounting, I used to do marketing, telemarketing, everything. All right.
Yeah.
And then this thing starts growing, and what are you going to do? You just cannot do everything, right?
Yeah.
So you have to start delegating and believe in
There you
people.
go.
Okay.
So
And when you do that, you delegate and you believe in people, things just start flowing. you know I've been blessed to have really good team. I have a lady who started with me. Her name is Sai. uh she's awesome. She owns it. Whatever she does, she owns it, and she
yeah.
takes it really, really serious. I think everybody in the company does, but
Yeah.
everybody here in the company is just a key player.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that, man. So it sounds like you've really intentionally delegated tasks. And do you guys have a lot of this documented?
Oh yeah.
For
Yeah.
scale and things like that. Talk to me
Yeah.
about that documentation process. Kind of how, like,
Well,
why is that important to you guys?
because first of all, we have systems. If you don't have systems, you don't have nothing. Okay, the system is so important. All right, but those systems have to be also written. So we have to have a job description for everybody, right? um we're still creating, believe me, because there's so many people now. We're still creating, right? but
It's changed in probably every month as
right
you're scaling so fast.
we have to catch up. We have to catch up.
Yeah.
Okay, it is very important. Okay. Because you cannot just say by word, hey, you got to do this and this and that, and this has to be in this place, in this place, in this place. They'll forget, or he will tell the other one, and it will be changed. And if you tell the other one, it will be changed, right?
Yeah.
So it's got to be written down, right? And that's the way it is. And
what do you guys use, Manuel? What do you guys use for, like, you guys use a training software? Like, you guys document this like just in like Google Docs, or how do you guys document like this stuff?
No, we have all the paperwork that we do, our contracts, our agreements with employer. We have a system that we do it in-house.
Okay, awesome.
But it's just we don't use any special software, right?
Yeah.
For that, right?
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But we definitely have many softwares that we use. Sometimes there are too many, but we need to. The inventory grows so much, and we need an inventory system, and we need this and that. For that, we have Alfred. Okay, I call him my
Alfred.
Q.
Shout out.
Have you seen the James Bond movies?
What's that?
Have you seen the James Bond movies?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Q.
Yeah.
He's my Q. Okay. He's really smart. And he does all these things for me with the softwares and
that's cool, man.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I like what you've documented here, because it's really like there's a lot of companies that we work with over at Service Legend, but also that I just see in the industry that struggle with this this concept of owner operator. Either they get on they get a salesperson that's doing well, or they get a good production team. And you got to decide, okay, as the owner, do I go into operations? Do I go into sales, marketing? Kind of like, usually you're good at one or the other. Right, you need to bring on a partner, or you need to bring on a team member that can help you kind of dial those things in. And so it sounds like Alfred really spearheaded a lot of this for you. Does that sound accurate, or
of course,
somebody else?
Yeah, I mean Alfred and Sai and Danielle and Guillermo, and
that's your leadership team that really helped you to develop these things. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you feel like what you've done from a hiring, onboarding, and training in like a documentation, the systems perspective, you think that like would equal at least 50% of the reason why you've been able to scale? I mean, at least 50%, right?
Of course. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I will say, yes, they deserve a lot of the credit.
Yeah.
I have the big ideas. Okay. I'm the guy who is always motivating them, and sometimes my wife thinks I'm crazy. I'm sure they think that I'm crazy because every day I come in and say, we can do this and we can do this and we can do that. And they go, oh my God. And I just like, but that's the way I am,
Yeah.
and I'm really motivated and have these creative ideas all the time.
Were you talking about your wife or my wife there?
We're very similar, I think, and, but, I keep creating things and I just think that everything's possible, man. Whatever you think, you whatever you see in your mind, you can accomplish. Okay.
So
If
true,
you
man.
really believe that you can do it, you understand, you have to believe. That's the key.
Yeah.
All right. And it's not just the believe by mouth. You have to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't feel it, nothing's going to come around. All right.
Yeah.
And that's the key,
Yeah, that's so true. So many
yeah.
people need to really hear that. And so hopefully if you're listening, that really, really landed well on your ears. So I've got a couple more questions here, but before we get into our final 3 to 4 questions here, I want to talk to you about and give you an opportunity to talk about what you're doing over there in the product space, and just some of the exciting things that you guys have going on over there, man. I think it's just amazing.
Sure. Look, we have a company. It's called Potomac Industrial Coatings, and we're producing our own chemicals. Okay.
Wow.
We've been doing this for a while already. We use this product, and that's why I can say it's the best product out there. Okay. And soon you're going to have a sample. I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
It's an amazing product, very resilient. So whoever wants to, work with us, we're going to start marketing Potomac Industrial Coatings. Is
How do you pronounce that? It's
Potomac.
What was the name of the company?
Potomac, just like the river, Potomac River,
okay.
Like Potomac Industrial Coating.
Very cool.
And our product's amazing.
What do you guys manufacture? What are you guys going to distribute? Talk to us a little bit about kind of those things.
Sure. The product is Polyspartic. So it's 100% Polyspartic floor, right? We do the base coat is Polyspartic, which is also polyurea, but it's Polyspartic. Okay. It's tinted with gray or the tan. Okay. And we can have also different colors if you want. And then it's a product that is really easy to manage. It means that you could, you could have it's dried within, to put the top coat, probably in an hour and a half. Okay. Wow. Yeah. All right. And you can walk on it after 3 hours actually. Okay.
Wow.
In summer it's even faster. Okay. But we prefer to wait 6 hours. Okay.
Especially here in Phoenix summers,
Right. And once it dries, an amazing product, man. I mean, wow. I've done some samples with very heavy items. Just throw it on the air, boom, doesn't chip, doesn't peel, doesn't do anything. It's an amazing product and it's working real well. So we were really excited about this company. Okay. We're going to launch it nationwide. Okay. Actually, we have already some customers in Canada and in South America. Okay.
Oh really?
That are willing to purchase this product. Yes.
Wow.
Okay. So we're going to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it. And I know we talked about this before, Ryan, and you're going to be, I'm going to send you a sample. And of course, anybody in the group who wants to have a sample or information about our product,
yeah,
we definitely can give you. And the price is just excellent, very competitive. Delivery time, just like that. Okay. Orders will go out next day after you put the order will come out just like that. Okay. and that's one of the issues we had before with the other people that we were working is, and that's why we decided to do this because, um, the orders sometimes will say, no, listen, it's going to take 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I have customers line up,
Yeah.
and finally we decided, hey, enough is enough. We're going to do it. And we have great chemists, great people working for us. Boom, we have the product next day. That's the way it's going to be.
That is incredible, man. And if anybody's interested in in those services, in that product, etc., like how do they get a hold of you to talk about that? Is like Facebook? Is there a website?
Yeah. You can call me. My number's, I don't know if I can say my number now.
Hey, it's your number, not mine. So
it's 703-940-4414. You can call me anytime. It's 703-940-4414. I will send you information on the product. We have also a manager that runs that part of the company that he will be contacting you or me, and we'll send you the specs of the product, and it's just an amazing product, man. I'm so excited about that.
Yeah. That's so amazing, man. Congratulations on that. And I know anything you touch, man, is going to turn to gold, man. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
Transitioning here a little bit into some fun questions, but what is the best advice you've ever received?
Follow your instincts.
Follow your instincts.
Yes.
Who told you that?
My mother.
Love that. Follow your instincts. How's that worked out for you?
Sometimes not the best way, but most of the time,
you trust yourself.
I just listen. I'm somebody that still believes in people. I believe a lot. Okay. I think there are great people out there. Even the world sometimes who think it's crazy. Okay.
No.
I just believe in people, and I'm very passionate what I do. And when I can feel that passion in somebody, hey, let's do business,
Yeah. I love that.
Like your passion. I like your passion.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Now this is a trick one. So what is the worst advice you've ever received?
The worst advice I ever received. This is easy.
Okay. That's the advice, or
yes,
is the answer?
This is easy.
Okay.
This is easy. There's nothing easy, man. There's nothing easy. You got to work all the time, right? There's nothing easy. Nothing just comes around just like that. You got to work everything. Yeah.
Hey, well, if it ever gets easy, just go ahead and just let me know, and I'll come do that. Whatever you're doing.
I hope so. Listen.
Yeah.
It gets better. Okay, it gets better. Maybe not easy, but it gets better.
Yeah.
And we as a business owners, of course, our goal is to have profit, and actually, my goal also is to provide employment and living for a lot of people, right? That's what I have. But at the same time, right now, yes, I'm very busy. Probably I don't have all the time in the world to be with my family, but I know that it will pay off at the end of the year or next year. We'll have more time,
Yeah.
And because they are priority, and but they understand that this is something that we decided as a family that we're going to do this. And there's no return. We're just going to make it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's an amazing segue actually into what do you think is the greatest insight that you can share with our audience that has helped you find success in your concrete coating business? Like, what is the greatest insight you could give to, maybe there's a guy out there that's doing, will do 400 grand this year and is just overwhelmed, or could be a guy that's doing 1.2, but, is going negative. What is a great insight that you can share with our audience that has helped you find success in concrete coating or just in general in life?
Well, sometimes when you're overwhelmed, you have to stop and really analyze what you're doing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
don't ever leave that for tomorrow because it will get worse. Okay. And surround with good, you have to surround yourself with good people, but you have to stop and analyze what you're doing. Okay. There was a point here in during our journey here
Yeah.
that we had to stop, you know, because we needed to get our numbers to the T, right?
Yeah.
We needed to know exactly what is the cost for each job,
Yeah.
but down to the bottom, and that took a couple of weeks because there's so many products, right?
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
automate that, right? So everything's automated now. We can see it on a real time
Yeah.
after we sell a job, how much we're making in that job, you know, and uh, and that's very important because you have to know your numbers,
So it sounds like, because that was my last question. So it sounds like don't procrastinate on the things that you need to do. Don't leave them until tomorrow, and know your numbers. So
Key. You have to know your
that's key.
numbers. You have
So
to
guys,
well,
you
you
guys
have to
heard
know
it
your
here.
numbers.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You have to know your numbers
Yeah.
on a daily basis, right? And you also need to know the numbers of where you want to be. Okay. And that's what you call the reverse engineering that we
Mm,
talked about one day, right?
mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, whatever, if you want to make, let's say 400,000 is a net profit. Okay. You need to know exactly how many jobs do you need to do?
Mm,
What is the average job site? You need to know that, you know, you need to know how many salespeople you need to do 400,000
yeah.
net. You need to know what percentage, right? You need to know how much you're going to spend in marketing on a daily, monthly, and a yearly base.
Mm,
So if you do that amazing math, you know exactly where you're going.
yeah.
Okay. And that's what we've been doing.
Yeah. I love that, man. Well, man, it's been an absolute honor and just a privilege to pull some of these nuggets out of you, man. Just kind of have a quick conversation. We've been talking for about an hour. So I'll let you get, I know it's the evening time there on the East Coast, and I'm sure you want to go spend time with your family and things like that. But hey, seriously, thank you so much for all the nuggets, for your time, your energy, your business. And God bless you, your business, and your family, man.
Thank you. God bless you, Ryan. And thank you for the opportunity. And I hope, this conversation, it helped some people that are starting out or they want to improve their business. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. You just have to commit to it, and do it. Right.
Yeah, love it. Hey guys, if you guys want to hear more content like this, get into the Facebook group. It's Service Legends Facebook group, short for Home Service Legend, and we're just going to be talking all about content, all about marketing, admin, production, sales, culture, leadership, you name it. This is the first episode of the Service Legends podcast, and it's the first episode in the playlist client spotlight session. So if you guys want to see more of this, join the Facebook group, and we'll see you guys in there. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.